10. Alternate realities in Flashpoint. The scenario is drastically altered, and in this new universe, when Starfire arrived on Earth, the Teen Titans were never formed. Instead, she joined the Amazons and ended up on Wonder Woman's side in the battle against the Atlanteans. During a perilous mission to retrieve the helmet of Nabu, Starfire was forced to pursue Dick Grayson. In the heat of battle, a shot destroyed an explosive tank, resulting in Starfire's tragic death and the transformation of Dick Grayson into Dr. Fate. 9. Her costume. Starfire is often portrayed in an excessively sexualized manner in comics. This is undeniable. However, there is an explanation for the consistently revealing costume she wears. The heroine species absorbs ultraviolet rays through the skin, so it is common practice to wear the minimum amount of clothing possible to keep as much skin exposed and store more energy. This is why the character finds it curious how Earthlings dress more modestly. 8. Relationships. When Starfire first met Dick Grayson, she needed to learn our language through him. The kiss awakened feelings in Dick for the alien, leading to a romance that even those who only know the characters from the Teen Titans animated series are familiar with. However, Dick Grayson was not the only Robin to capture Starfire's affection. In the New 52, she became part of the Red Hood and the Outlaws team, having a relationship with Jason Todd before starting a romance with Roy Harper, Arsenal. 7. Anatomy. Aside from her orange skin and completely green eyes, Starfire has a remarkably human-like appearance for someone who comes from another planet, don't you think? However, one of the Teen Titans episodes revealed that some differences lie within. Starfire has 9 stomachs. That's right. 6. Daughter. While many are familiar with the romantic relationship between Corey and Dick Grayson, it's not widely known that they actually have a daughter named Marai, who goes by the superhero alias Nightstar. Admittedly, this is within an alternate universe, so it might not be considered part of the main storyline, but the character is real. In this alternate reality, Corey and Grayson tie the knot and become parents to a daughter. Tragically, Starfire passes away from a circulatory ailment when Marai is still quite young. In honor of her parents and their superhero legacies, Marai chooses the superhero moniker Nightstar, cleverly combining elements from Nightwing and Starfire. She becomes a member of Batman's Outsiders team, working closely with her grandfather. Much like her mother, Marai possesses the ability to fly, superhuman strength, and the power to emit starbolts. With Starfire's extraterrestrial powers and Nightwing's exceptional vigilante skills, she emerges as a formidable force in her own right. 5. Her sister. Starfire has a sibling named Blackfire, but unfortunately, their relationship is far from harmonious. It's a classic case of intense sibling rivalry. These two don't see eye to eye at all. It's important to note, though, that the strained relationship isn't necessarily Starfire's fault. If she had her way, she'd be on good terms with everyone she meets. However, Blackfire doesn't share the same disposition. She's openly hostile and seems to revel in her animosity towards those around her. When given the chance to do good, she opts for malevolence, which is the complete opposite of her sister's nature. The root of this discord lies in jealousy, as Blackfire resented Starfire for being slated to ascend to the throne in their homeland. 4. Emotions. Starfire undeniably wields great power, but interestingly, the intensity of that power is intricately tied to her emotional state. Her feelings serve as a gauge for the strength of her abilities. When she's upset, she finds it challenging to unleash starbolts or take flight. Conversely, in moments of extreme anger or frustration, her starbolts surge with heightened potency. Thus, her emotional landscape directly influences the scope of her capabilities. While it appears she has a solid grip on managing her emotions and, consequently, her powers, moments of intense feeling can indeed impact her combat prowess. This vulnerability is unveiled to Robin in Teen Titans when, due to her apprehension about his true feelings for her, she temporarily loses access to her powers. However, once he opens up and assuages her fears, her abilities swiftly return, allowing her to take flight once more. 3. Her voice. In the animated series Teen Titans, Starfire's voice carries a light and pleasant tone. It exudes a warmth suggesting approachability, yet hints at a potential to assert herself if provoked. You might have noticed this voice elsewhere. Devotees of Adventure Time might find Princess Bubblegum's voice eerily familiar. Interestingly, the voice behind Starfire, Hynden Walsh, also lends her talents to Princess Bubblegum, the esteemed ruler of Candy Kingdom, a brilliant scientist, and a close friend of Finn. 2. A captain. Were you aware that Corian Dark possesses a ship named the Starfire? Interestingly, it's crewed by individuals she liberated during her own time as a slave. This revelation came to light in the Red Hood and the Outlaws series. At a certain juncture, the vessel makes its way back to Earth for Corian Dark, as Tamarin falls under the rule of Blight, and they require her assistance. 1. She hooked up with Batman. That's right, you heard correctly. But hold on. It's not what you're thinking. Even though she did indeed kiss Batman, it was none other than Dick Grayson, her boyfriend, who was wearing the Batman mantle. So, there's nothing amiss here.